Hello, my dear students. I hope you all have been doing well. Today we are discussing about the transcription, and this is my lecture number 20. In this lecture, we would be discussing about the mechanism of transcription in both prokaryote and eukaryotes. Before understanding the mechanism of transcription or how transcription takes place in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, we have to first understand what is transcription. So transcription is the means process of gene expression. In that process, DNA synthesize RNA. So there are various type of RNA. There is the messenger RNA, transfer RNA, and ribosomal RNA. These three type of RNA are most important type of RNA that are present in the cell. However, there are various other type of RNA beside these main type of RNA, like the small nuclear RNA, interference RNA, or nucleolar RNA. So the transcription is actually the process that synthesize RNA from DNA. So what is RNA? Actually, RNA is a we can say is a polymeric molecule like DNA, and like DNA, like the protein, and like the carbohydrate, that is made up of small monomeric units. So what are the monomeric units of RNA? So RNA monomeric unit are the um, RNA nucleotides. So what are the RNA nucleotides? Actually, RNA nucleotide are same as the DNA nucleotide, but the difference, we have already discussed about that. The RNA nucleotide is having deoxy oxy means sugar, means RNA nucleotide is having uh, a sugar base that is having two hydroxyl group, one at the 2 prime and other is the 3 prime. So this is the RNA, this is the difference between the nucleotide of RNA and DNA. And one more thing, the RNA nucleotide are um, uh, RNA nucleotide are having uracil base in place of thiamine. So what is the RNA? RNA is actually the chain of the nucleotide, oxynucleotide, um, and that these are synthesized, and these nucleotide are the complementary to the nucleotide that are present on the template strand of DNA. From there it would be synthesized. So here we are seeing what is the process of transcription. Transcription is a process of gene expression in that the DNA synthesize RNA. So we are having here a molecule of DNA. It is having two strand. One strand would be 5 prime to 3 prime, and other strand would be having direction 3 to 5 prime. So these two strand would be twisted on each other. So when means when where how this process of transcription takes place. Actually, what happened, this two strand of DNA would be separate, and then RNA polymerase enzyme would synthesize a new strand of RNA on the strand. From the strand, um, that would be uh, 3 to 5 prime. So you have to keep in mind that both DNA and RNA synthesize from 5 to 3 prime, means both DNA polymerase and the RNA polymerase having capability to add the nucleotide or to polymerize the nucleotide from 5 prime direction to the 3 prime direction. So RNA polymerase and DNA polymerase could not add up the nucleotide in the string of nucleotide from 3 to 5 from 3 to 5 prime. So whenever there is the process of transcription and DNA replication, it will be go from 5 prime to 3 prime. And so now we will be discussing about the how transcription takes place in the prokaryotes. So prokaryotes are not having the nucleus, so their genome or genetic material in the form of chromosome, one single circular chromosome, double stranded, in case of the E. coli bacteria, would be found in the cytoplasm of the E. coli. So where this transcription would takes place in prokaryote, it would be takes place in the cytoplasm together with the DNA replication. So as the DNA replicate in the cytoplasm, so after the replication, what would happen then? RNA polymerase enzyme, after the replication, when the DNA synthesize its copies, another means DNA. So what happened then? RNA polymerase would come into action and it would recognize or search a particular nucleotide sequences on the template stand of the DNA that would be from 3 prime to 5 prime. So these spatial nucleotide sequences that would be recognized by RNA polymerase is called as the Pribnobox sequences um, in the prokaryotes. So what are these Pribnoboxes? Actually, these Pribnobox is a spatial sequences. These are the consensus sequences. What are the consensus sequences? Consensus sequences are those sequences that repeat multiple time in means in the gene or in the genome or in the DNA. So actually in the prokaryote, the sequences, that is TTAT, for means these include three, mostly they include uh, 3 adenine or 3 thiamine, would repeat many times in the DNA of prokaryote. So these sequences are actually the spatial sequences, and we call these sequences at the Pribnobox. So these sequence has ability, RNA polymerase enzyme of prokaryotes has ability to recognize these sequences on the template stand of the DNA that would be from 3 prime direction to the 5 prime direction. So as RNA polymerase would recognize these sequences, uh, so what would happen then? The RNA polymerase then start adding the nucleotide in the that would be the complementary to the to that nucleotide that would be present on the template strand of the DNA. And that is how the a new strand of RNA a strand of RNA would synthesize corresponding to the that template strand of DNA that would be 3 to 5 prime. So here we can see that RNA polymerase means adding the nucleotide from 5 to 3 prime. So this was the whole process of transcription, prokaryotic transcription. But how if we wish to understand in more detail, so we have to understand that this RNA polymerase, how this basic thing is that how the RNA polymerase perform how the RNA polymerase of the prokaryotes perform this task by using their different subunits. So actually both RNA polymerase of prokaryotes and eukaryotes consist on different subunits. So the different subunits perform different work. When we were be studying about the DNA replication. So we study that in during the DNA replication, various enzyme take part, and the each enzyme would be having the different task. For example, helicases enzyme would be involved to unzip the two strand of the DNA. However, ligases enzyme were involved to seal the neck of nucleotide. However, the DNA polymerase enzyme would be involved to add the nucleotide in the new string of DNA. Uh, and then we saw that there that another enzyme, that was the primase enzyme, that was involved in synthesizing a short primer on the newly synthesized DNA template stand. However, this is the means beauty of RNA polymerase, that only one enzyme would perform all these function. Means how the only one enzyme, that is the RNA polymerase of both means prokaryote and eukaryote, perform whole process of transcription, because the RNA polymerase of both prokaryote and eukaryote having different subunits. So eukaryotic RNA polymerase having 10 different subunits. We will be discuss the eukaryotic RNA polymerase in next few slides, but right now we are discussing about the uh, um, transcription of prokaryotes. So here we are discussing the how we are discussing how the what are the subunit of prokaryotic RNA polymerase, and how the RNA polymerase different subunit perform transcription. So how the single polymerase enzyme perform a big task of RNA transcription. So actually the prokaryotic RNA polymerase consists on the five different subunit. So two are the beta subunit. One means how these are the two beta subunit. One is beta prime and other is one is beta prime subunit, this purple one, and this light color subunit is the beta subunit. And two are the alpha subunit. One is the from them one is alpha and one is the alpha prime. All both these beta and alpha subunit having different tasks, we would be discussing in next few slide. However, the sigma subunit is is a main means a unit that is involved for the identification of the particular sequences on the DNA template, where from where the um from where the uh, transcription has to start. What the alpha and alpha subunit, alpha and alpha prime subunit does, alpha subunit and alpha prime subunit determine the DNA to be transcribed. So you know, in this cell, a lot of DNA would be present there. So what alpha and alpha prime do, alpha and alpha prime subunit find out that DNA that would be transcribed from uh, into into RNA by the RNA polymerase. So the beta subunit of the RNA polymerase would catalyze the polymerization. So what is this polymerization? Actually, the beta subunit would add new nucleotide in the on the template stand on this transcription side, that these nucleotide would be correspond to the nucleotide that would be present on the template stand, and beta prime subunit would perform the unwinding function. Means it is like same as the helicase enzyme. So it will unzip the DNA two strand. So then the RNA polymerase would be easily access to the Pribno box and start doing transcription. So from all these subunit, however, scientists still does not know the function of the omega subunit. However, all these subunits are present in the prokaryotic RNA polymerase, and one of the most important unit of this RNA polymerase is the sigma subunit. Why is this sigma subunit is important? Because this is the sigma subunit through which the RNA polymerase recognize the sequences, that is the Pribno box on the promoter region. So what is the Pribno box? What is the promoter? What is the RNA pool A? RNA pool A is the pool 1, or RNA pool is the RNA polymerase, and sigma is the sigma subunit of the RNA polymerase. That this sigma subunit of RNA polymerase has ability to recognize spatial sequences that would be present on the uh, uh, template stand of the DNA. That template stand of the DNA that would be in the direction of 3 to 5 prime. So actually the consensus sequences that are present on this DNA template stand, by on which the sigma subunit of RNA polymerase can bind, is called as the promoter region. So the consensus sequences or Pribnov box are present in the promoter region. So what is the promoter region on the DNA? Promoter region is the place where consensus sequences are present, or these sequences in the prokaryote is called as the Pribnov box, and these are a few nucleotides of thiamine and adenine, means three thiamine or three adenine, that repeated many times within this means particular region of DNA that we say as promoter. So this promoter is that region of the DNA from where transcription would start. So what happened, this RNA polymerase through this its sigma subunit would recognize the spatial sequences on the DNA template stand, that would be 3 to 5 prime. And then what happened, this other subunit of the RNA polymerase, that would be the beta prime, would start unwinding the DNA. So we can see here that we can see here this is the whole picture of the all the subunit of DNA RNA polymerase. So here we in purple we are seeing that RNA polymerase the purple subunits are the RNA polymerase beta and beta subunit. So beta and beta subunit were involved on what function? Beta subunit was catalyzing the polymerization, and beta prime subunit would unwind the DNA. So what happened, whenever this RNA polymerase would be present in the as the DNA replicate inside the cytoplasm of prokaryotes, or what happened then after that after that DNA polymerase alpha and alpha prime subunit would means recognize the DNA that would be transcribed. So this is the DNA. So alpha and alpha subunit of this RNA polymerase uh, RNA polymerase uh, would identified or recognize the DNA, double stranded DNA that would be transcribed. So what happened next, then beta prime subunit unwind this DNA, and then what happened then the sigma subunit would bind with the promoter region from where transcription has to start, and then the beta subunit would start the nucleotide that on the 3 to 5 on the template stand of the DNA, that would be 3 to 5 direction. And then this is how these all subunit would take part in the transcription. So we have to understand here that if we understand this process in more detail, so the transcription process is consist on three steps. One is the initiation step, other is the elongation step, and final is the termination step. So what happened in the initiation step? In the initiation step, actually what happened, I'm sorry. So actually what happened in this initiation step, RNA polymerase sigma subunit recognize the promoter region from where the transcription has to start. This would be the initiation step. And what would be the elongation step? In the elongation step, what happened then? RNA polymerase beta subunit, uh, in elongation is the first of what happened then, uh, all the RNA polymerase that is consist on 5 subunit would recognize the DNA, and then after that what happened that uh, uh, RNA polymerase sigma subunit what will recognize the promoter region, and this was the initiation step. And after the initiation, what happened then? RNA polymerase beta subunit would start nucleotide uh, on the start adding the nucleotide on the template DNA, that would be 3 to 5 per prime. So here we can see that what happening here, that RNA polymerase here transcription has started, and what is going on in the elongation step, that RNA polymerase is adding up the nucleotide, means this RNA polymerase would run from 3 5 to 3 direction, 3 to 5 direction, and start adding nucleotide and start unwinding double helix DNA. So RNA polymerase beta subunit, beta prime subunit keep unwinding DNA 2 strand, and RNA polymerase beta subunit, beta prime subunit unwind the DNA, and beta subunit keep adding the nucleotide. So this will be the elongation step. So after when the whole strand would be means means convert into messenger RNA. So what happened then? Then there would be the termination of the uh, transcription. And how this process occur, it can be done into two ways. One is the raw dependent termination, and other is the raw independent termination. So what happen in raw independent termination? Actually raw is a protein, and it is a protein that bind with the DNA and halt the transcription. However, raw independent termination is that when a particular DNA would be transcribed into RNA. So what happened? This is the RNA that transcribed from this DNA. So what happened then? This RNA would be having the some portion of the RNA would be having few sequences that would be the palindromic with each other. What are palindromic? Palindromic sequences are those sequences that can be read as backward to forward, similar as backward to forward. For example, uh, CCU CGGAAA, so UUU CCGAGG. So these sequences are having the means uh, these sequences are having the capability to make the hydrogen bond between each other. For example, as a traditional route, we have understand that whenever there will be adenine, it will make the bond with uracil in the RNA. However, whenever there will be adenine in DNA, it will make the bond with hydrogen bond with the thiamine in DNA. So here, if this is the piece of the RNA that would synthesize from the DNA. It is wherever they are having the adenine sequences, they will uh, uh, make the bond with the uracil nucleotide. So that is how they will make a hairpin loop. So due to this hairpin loop, what happened then, if we will go back to here, so if we are having this transcribed RNA that is transcribed from this DNA, So what this happen if uh, when the means point of termination of transcription will come, so what will happen, then few portion of this transcribed RNA would fold on itself via making the bond between the nucleotide of RNA. So due to this reason, what will happen, then this RNA polymerase cannot be able to means add few more nucleotides in the chain. So that is how the transcription would means stop. And another way of stopping the transcription or termination of transcription is the raw dependent transcription. So what is this raw dependent transcription? Actually, this raw is a protein factor, or we can say it's a raw factor. It is actually a protein. So how it perform its work, whenever a particular piece of DNA transcribe into RNA, so what happened, then this raw protein would would means interfere with the uh, 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 would interfere with the RNA polymerase. So RNA polymerase cannot be able to add more nucleotide, and then at the end of the transcription, or at the end of the gene where there will be no desire of adding more nucleotide by RNA polymerase. So this RNA transcript would be released from the DNA. So these are were the whole about the prokaryotic transcription. So actually prokaryotic transcription takes place into three steps. One is initiation, other is elongation, and other is termination. Termination is takes place maybe raw dependent or raw independent. Raw dependent is that in that a raw protein halt the transcription via interfering with the RNA polymerase enzyme. However, the raw independent transcription is that when the transcription would be halt by due to the hairpin loop that would be generated in newly synthesized RNA. So and then what is the initiation of transcription and how it is start transcription start by the alpha subunit of the RNA polymerase. When RNA polymerase alpha subunit recognize the particular sequences in the promoter region of the DNA, so after that the beta subunit of the RNA polymerase beta prime subunit of the RNA polymerase unzip the DNA, and the beta prime subunit uh, unzip the DNA, and beta subunit would start means adding the nucleotide or elongate the uh, newly synthesized messenger RNA. So this was whole about the prokaryotic transcription, and now we would be going to understand about the eukaryotic transcription. As the prokaryotic transcription, eukaryotic transcription also takes place into three steps. So one is initiation step, other is elongation, and other is the termination step. So what happened in the initiation step? So this initiation step, this RNA polymerase first recognize the promoter region, and then elongation step, the RNA polymerase start adding the nucleotide, and the termination step is when that RNA polymerase stop uh, synthesizing the DNA. So, what is the difference between if the prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription based on the three step? So, question is this: what is the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription? Actually, the difference of prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription is that prokaryotic and eukaryotic RNA polymerase are different. So in the prokaryote, only one RNA polymerase perform all the task. Means uh, uh, for unwinding the DNA, for means adding the nucleotide, or to terminate the transcription. However, in eukaryote there are main uh, transcription means main means transcription enzyme uh, is consist means there are three main RNA polymerases that synthesize three different type of RNA in eukaryote. So in eukaryote RNA polymerase, we are having RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2, and RNA polymerase 3. So we can say also then pool 1, pool or pool A, pool 1 or pool B, and pool 1 or pool C. So we can say them, yeah. So RNA polymerase 1, that is pool 1 or pool A, synthesize ribosomal RNA. However, RNA polymerase 2 synthesize the messenger RNA. So it is the main transcription enzyme in the eukaryote, which is the main means transcription enzyme in the eukaryote. It is the RNA polymerase 2 that synthesize the messenger RNA from the DNA. However, RNA polymerase 3 synthesize the transfer RNA. Actually, in the eukaryote, three main type of RNA found in the eukaryote. One is messenger RNA, other is the transfer RNA, and other is the ribosomal RNA. So why these all polymerase messenger are why these all RNA are important in the eukaryote? Because all these RNA are involved in the protein synthesis. That would be our next lecture. However, from here you have to understand just that prokaryotic RNA means synthesized by only one enzyme. Prokaryote are having only one important RNA, that is the messenger RNA, and then this messenger RNA synthesized from in the prokaryote by only one enzyme, that is RNA polymerase. So these RNA polymerase or of prokaryote consist on five different subunit. However, the eukaryote are having um, three different important RNAs. One is transfer, one is messenger, and one is ribosomal RNA. And these three RNA synthesized from three different RNA polymerases. Or and then whenever in the eukaryote one particular type of RNA polymerase synthesize, so one particular type of RNA synthesize, so it would synthesize from one particular type of uh, RNA polymerase. For example, ribosomal RNA uh, ribosomal RNA synthesized from RNA polymerase 1, messenger RNA synthesized from RNA polymerase 2, and the RNA polymerase 3 synthesized the transfer RNA and many other small RNA. So now main we are going to discuss now that what is the difference between the transcription and translation. As till now we have understand both the transcription and translation, but now from here we have to means understand that what is the difference between the transcription and translation. However, both these processes are the process of gene expression. So what is the difference between transcription and translation? Actually, transcription is the process that synthesize DNA, that synthesize RNA from the DNA. However, in the replication, we synthesize means DNA synthesize its copy, or DNA synthesize DNA. However, in the replication, different enzyme performing different task of replication. However, in the transcription, only one enzyme perform the whole means task. So, and other important thing is that the replication in the prokaryote takes place simultaneously with the transcription in the cytoplasm. However, in the eukaryote, the transcription uh, um, would be means takes place separately after the replication takes place. So when DNA and transcription uh, and then when DNA synthesize its DNA in the eukaryote, then after that after the synthesis of transcription, then the synthesis of the um, new DNA, then the transcription takes place. So this is the means one picture to show you the difference between the bacterial RNA polymerase and the eukaryotic polymerase 2. This eukaryotic polymerase 2, RNA polymerase 2, is the main enzyme that synthesize messenger RNA. So the eukaryotic RNA polymerase 2, that the polymerizing enzyme that synthesize the messenger RNA in eukaryote, consists on the 11 different subunits, 10 to 11 different subunits. However, the bacterial RNA polymerase, that is the main means transcription enzyme, consists on uh, uh, 5 subunit. So now the main we have to discuss that what is the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. So actually the prokaryotic, there are various differences that means between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription, but one of the most important difference is the different enzyme that would be used for the prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. And the other difference is the different consensus sequences that would be recognized by both both the prokaryotic and eukaryotic RNA polymerases. For example, in the prokaryotic in prokaryote, the prokaryotic consensus sequences from where the transcription should have to start say term as the Pridmonum box. However, in case of eukaryote, the important sequences or that are lie in the promoter region of DNA of the eukaryote are called as the Tata box or the cat box. So what is the this Tata box and cat box? So these are the few nucleotide. One would be the cytosine, one would be two would be adenine, and one would be thymine. However, this Tata box would be having means two thymine and four to five adenine. So these sequences are the special sequences that would be having in the promoter region of the prokaryote or eukaryote respectively. And by these sequences, the RNA polymerase can recognize the DNA and then can start transcribing the gene or the DNA. So this was the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. I hope that you understand this lecture, and for your more understanding I have provided you a link there, so you can more means understand in more detail for this prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. So thank you very much. I hope you uh, have understand all this lecture. Allah Hafiz.